So I don't have anything to do personally with the Venture Bros, obviously. But if I can, Venturoos, if I can tickle your brain and reach up your asshole, and I can't remember what the fuck Rusty says. I'd have to go back and rewatch that episode. Good excuse to rewatch that episode, everybody. But I think personally that my man Dean has been set up for a perfect character arc as a character. I'm also going to answer something else, and if you guys would like a video about that, let me know, because I'd be so interested in making that for you guys. So I personally believe that the clone copies that Bobby St. Simone speaks about in, I can't remember what fucking episode it is. I'm going to make a video about this, but I needed to get this thought out there before I forgot about it. So I think personally that the clones that Bobby is talking about is a either Hank or Dean clone who left the compound, more than likely a Hank clone, but I don't think it was Hank alone. I think it was Hank and Dean. I think they ran away, and then Doc just was like, oh, they're dead. And then, like he said with the other Hank clone, where he was like, he ran away for 3 days and then he was dead in a ditch. Doc has a horrible memory with how many times they've died. And so I think personally that a copy of them went, saw Bobby St. Simone, questioned her on it, and then basically looked at their life. And similar to how they originally did in the first season, where they were saying, you know, oh, Doc's gonna have this baby, when there was the whole Jonas Jr. thing going on. And they're like, we gotta go off and do our own thing. I think something similar happened with these clones, where something made them feel threatened. They left, they met Bobby, they interacted with each other. That's why she has the age discrepancy between thinking that she was expecting them to be older, and then also the fact that they're supposed to be around 19. I'm assuming it was one of the first sets of clones that ran off and did this. And then that's why I think that then later this clone becomes Scare Bear, and then Scare Bear follows Dean and Hank around, because it has that familial connection to its younger counterparts who still interact with the Venture family, who still have that connection to being Rusty's Hank and Dean. And I think that it would be really interesting later on to see my boy Dean have some kind of arc with taking up the rights of people who have been affected by super science, and being kind of a rights activist, super scientist. I think that would be super cool to see, because Dean has been set up for it.